future Dodger Hall of Famer with another setback. This time it could affect the home opener. I'm going to have that story and more. Brad J with you, Dodgers Digest. And the big story, and it's just becoming a bigger and bigger story as time goes on. And I'm talking about none other than Mookie Betts. Is Mookie Betts going to play? What is going on? I mean, this is stretching on to like 2 weeks at this point with Mookie Betts being sick and nobody knowing what to do. He's lost 25 pounds, okay? 25 pounds. That puts him at, I think, about 150. He's not a very big dude. So for him to be that low and what is going on, doctors can't figure it out. And so will we get Mookie to even play the first games against Detroit? Will that even happen? It's a very interesting situation what you're going through with Mook Dog right now, and you really want to see him in the lineup, and it's not good not seeing him. And then you start looking at the situation like, how come they knew 2 days before he traveled to Japan that he was sick, and he still went, and this thing is lingering. This is lingering like an X you just can't get rid of, right? And unfortunately for Mookie, this could affect what is going on for the foreseeable future. I mean, you know, here you go. Dodgers superstar Mookie Betts could be out for the future. He has struggled to regain weight. He's lost since becoming ill. Betts arrived at spring camp 175. He's at 150 right now. Not looking good because of sickness. Has not played since Cactus League. Even missed the final 2 games. So it wasn't like he played all the way through Cactus. He missed those final 2 games. 32-year-old unable to compete overseas. Traveled, went over there, tried to, can't keep anything down, keeps throwing up. And that is not good news for Dodgers and Dodger fans alike. We want Mookie in the lineup. We're a better team with Mookie in the lineup. So come on. Can we win without him? Yes, we can win without him. But then here's the whole thing. And I've been bringing this up, and a lot of people, kind of scuff it off or whatnot. If he is able to play and you can get him in there and he's been sick for so long, do you put the pressure of shortstop on his shoulders? Do you make him play shortstop? Right? You know Mookie wants to play shortstop, but do you have him play shortstop or do you start him out in the outfield? And do you use him sparingly? Do you get him a few at bats just so he can get back into it? Because look, if he's been sick that long, he's not going to be a Mookie, the same Mookie he was before he got sick. So we'll follow that story, but tough situation right there. Don't like to see him out. We need him in the lineup. Like I said, Dodgers are a better team with Mook in the lineup, and we'll keep you updated on what's going on with that. He was scheduled to play yesterday against the Angels. He was even in the lineup, but he was scratched last second. So will he get an opportunity to play one of these Angel games? We'll see, but I don't think so. And why would you? Why take the chance at this point? I mean, those games do not matter. All right. Dodgers pitching lineup is set to go for the home opening series against Detroit. And it is all set and ready. And who's going to be the pitchers? And do you agree with it? I agree with this. All right, there you go. So you get Snellzilla to start things off. So Snell goes, then Yamamoto goes, and then Roki goes. Okay? And talking with Mike Nelson today, him and I were talking about it on the live show. You can check out our live feed that we did today. It's about an hour-long show talking about everything Dodgers. You can check that on the live feed. But we talked about that particular thing today, and he thought Yamamoto should be the one to start. But my point is this: Yamamoto already had to start in Japan. Okay, he doesn't need to start again because you want to go through your lineup now that the games count. So Yamamoto started, Sasaki went second, and now Snell. You spent a lot of money on Snell, so you want Snell to go first. And that's the lineup. So Yamamoto will get to go game 2, and I think Sasaki is going to go against Flaherty. I think Flaherty is in game 3 against Detroit. He could be 2, but I think it's 3 on that one. So do you like that? I like the matchup, feeling good about that. And if you're feeling good about Dodgers Digest, subscribe, like, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any of our live stuff. We got a guy today said, hey, man, I didn't know you guys were going live, but I caught it. Happy to catch the show, and I'm glad you caught the show, too, as well. All right. Catching up with Snellzilla. Now, when you think about Snell, he's got a connection to Andrew Friedman. I mean, I think it was the Blue Jays days. So there's a connection between those two. They've known each other for years. So that's why when Snell was going to become available, Andrew Friedman was all about getting him. And here's what Snell said about, being a Dodger and what it all means. Here you go. And I mean, this sums it up. He knows because he's pitched against the Dodgers. Being able to pitch in a packed stadium, okay? Hold it right there. That's a shot right there. Shots fired because Dodger Stadium is always packed. Like, not the same in other stadiums. Packed stadium. So I love that, how he says that little innuendo to make moments for people. And that's what he's doing. How many times can you look back and remember some of the best moments going to Dodger Stadium and seeing games? Like, some of the things you remember are just things that'll never go away. This is where you want to play. And knowing Andrew like he does, as well as I know him, that played a big part. And it all started because Andrew Friedman believed in Blake Snell. So that's how that whole thing worked out with him coming in there. They had history together. So that's how we get part of that. And you know what? So I feel like Friedman not only picked somebody who was solid, but also kind of picked it with the heart because he's friends with the guy. He likes Snell, and he brought him in to compete. All right, so another story for you. This is so former Dodger gets a job finally, and you know who I'm talking about. Remember this? Look at that outfield right there, right? AJ Pollock, AJ Pollock, and Bellinger right there, and Alex Verdugo. That's an outfield that no longer exists. But Verdugo got a job. All right, and look, I'm not gonna harp on Verdugo because I feel Verdugo, what is he, a career 270 or something like that? He could hit the ball. And it's weird. Now, why do you think teams waited so long, got signed with Atlanta Braves? So we'll get to see Verdugo a lot. But why do you think it took so long for him to get signed? Like, a guy who's a career 270 or 275 takes the whole entire season. I think because he kind of pops off a little bit. And we all remember when we talk about him popping off, what did he say? What was the quote that Verdugo said about the Dodgers? And then look, I'm not trying to, well, maybe I am, trying to bring up some bad juju here, but here's what Verdugo said about the Dodgers when they won in 2020. A 60-game season is still hard to judge this to this day. Like, yeah, it's a World Series, right? Question mark. Yeah, they got a ring, but they didn't play any games at their home field. Which, to me, that's stupid in a sense because Dodgers always have a home field advantage when they're playing at home. So to win without playing at their home field, that's a different story. I think that's even better. They didn't. There weren't any fans there. It was 60 games. Anyone could ball out for 60 games. Apparently, your team could not at that point. So every team's in it, 60 games or 120 games, whatever the numbers are, it don't matter. Dodgers still, everyone played. The extra 102 is a big difference. They won it. It's true who won, but for what we call it. But I still call it as I see it. It's still a 60-gamer. Remember that when Verdugo said that right there about the Dodgers? So if that doesn't give a little fuel to the fire with the Dodgers, now we'll face Atlanta and Verdugo on that team. I look forward to some more run-ins as we get into the thick of things. Hey, that's going to do it, man. Thanks for tuning in. It is Dodger Digest. You know what to do. Subscribe, like, turn on notifications. I'm Brad J. Always remember, when you go through your awesome day, just think Dodger Blue. You.